there, welcome to Inside Ohio State Athletics. I'm Dave Holmes. On this week's show, we go in motion with Ronnie Stokes as he breaks down the road win at Michigan. Plus, I'll sit down with freshman guard Malachi Branham, and we check in on the Ohio State women's basketball team with Kevin McGuff. But first, here's Dom Tiberi with men's coach Chris Holtman.
Coach, you get a huge win out of Illinois. Let's just talk about that one, man. That was you took it to them in their place. Not an easy place to win.
Yeah, it was sold out. Great environment, big time environment. Top 25 matchup. I think both teams, had moments where they played really, really well, and then moments where they didn't. Our guys really, really battled, played really well, performed at a high level, and got a big time road win.
You come back and tough loss at Maryland, and you warned us going into that one. Hey, it's going to be a really tough environment. Gary Williams was back. They honored the 2002 national championship team. He spoke to the team, and you kind of just walked into a hornet's nest, didn't you?
Yeah, it was another great environment, and probably their best environment of the year because they were celebrating the 2002 national championship team, as you said. But having said that, give them credit. They played, we played some teams here this week that are really talented. They just have not performed well this year in Maryland and Nebraska. But it's not because they lack talent. Maryland was a top 4 pick in our league, and played really well. Give them credit. We gave up too many on the offensive glass in that particular game, and then I think fatigue got us a little bit as well.
Yeah, you don't want to make excuses. I know that, but as I watched that game, that team looked tired to me. Your club looked. It was. How big of a factor was it?
I think that 9 o'clock tip on Thursday night. I think you feel that every team is somewhat tired or fatigued. They're banged up this time of year. I think this stretch has just compounded it for us, but there are correctable things that we have to do better in terms of how we play and how we coach. We just that's the improvements we have to make. Fatigue is fatigue, and that's a reality to it. I don't want to ignore it, but there's some things we have to do better to put ourselves in better position.
Come back and obviously Nebraska. They're a team that's been knocking. They're getting better. And it was the perfect storm. You guys are dealing with injuries, no Zed Key, and then midway through the first half, you lose Kyle Young. How significant were those losses?
Well, pretty significant because we had to play EJ 40 minutes, and that's a big part of our front line. They played 5 guards, but Kyle's versatility would have really helped us in that game. I played 8 minutes in the game. And went out with an illness, but I think we played without Kyle before and performed well. We haven't played really without 2 starters in Kyle and Zed. You combine that with with losing a Justice Suing and a Seth Towns, it's been a challenge. But having said that, I thought give Nebraska credit. We knew watching them, they had just went on the road and won by 25 at Penn State. No team in our league had done that. They were playing with a lot of swagger and energy, so give them credit. Again, you take things from that where we've got to play. I thought we pressed offensively a little too much, and then defensively had trouble guarding the ball.
Well, you talk about the defense because, the shooting, when you're shooting 50% and they're going in, that can hide some defensive deficiencies.
Yeah.
But you're not shooting that right now.
No, we weren't. We took too many challenge shots, and teams have really they're collapsing their defense on us, particularly when EJ has it. We've got to do some things to free him up a little bit. But we did not make some open looks, and at the end of the day, we've got to be able to hang our hat on consistently getting stops at a higher level than what we're doing right now.
We'll have more with Coach Holtman coming up, but first, Ronnie Stokes will join us to break down the road win against the Maize and Blue. That's up next on our Elk and Elk in Motion.
Inside Ohio State Athletics is brought to you by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, AEP Energy, Kroger, the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the American Dairy Association Mideast, and the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, Arthur G. James Cancer Hospital, and Richard J. Sola Research Institute.
At Kroger, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Kroger Delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop any way. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey Buckeye fans, AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to power up and carbon down. Help bring 100% renewable energy to the homes and businesses of your community by enrolling in our Eco Advantage plan today. Together we can reduce our carbon footprint and supply clean energy for a brighter future. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of the utility.
At Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, we are opening doors to a new way to get all your health care in one convenient setting.
At the new Outpatient Care New Albany, we're bringing together all the services you need under one roof. So no matter if you need walk-in care for an illness or injury,
regular appointments with your doctors or specialists,
or even outpatient surgery, you never have to look further than our comprehensive health center in New Albany.
It's Ohio State's nationally ranked care, now more convenient than ever.
Welcome back to Inside Ohio State Athletics. Michigan is a great rivalry in football, but yeah, it also carries over to the basketball court. Always a good day when you get a win over those Wolverines. Ronnie Stokes is here to show us how the Buckeyes did just that over the Maize and Blue earlier this season.
This week's In Motion is presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
This week's In Motion segment is against that school up north. We're on the road against Michigan. Now, in the first action, we got E.J. Liddell posting up, and in this particular segment, you can see that Michigan made a decision to isolate and guard E.J. Liddell one-on-one. In fact, this is Diabate, who's listed at about 6'11", but he has incredible wingspan. As you can see, Michigan chose not to double team E.J. Liddell, just taking his time and getting into great position and shooting that nice fadeaway that he normally goes to. But again, if you go back to the beginning of this play, Michigan made a decision not to double team E.J. Liddell, and he definitely took advantage of the situation. Now, in this particular set, you'll watch and you'll see Michigan, who at this time is playing very aggressively on the perimeter. And one way to relax defensive pressure on the perimeter is to set up your man for a backdoor play. As you can see, Kyle Young is coming off of an interaction between him and Jamari Wheeler. He's at the top of the key, and KY in this particular case, he has the ability to pass, shoot, or drive. He sees his man being set up here. It's Eugene Brown being defended by Michigan's Houston. Nice little hard step outside, and then Eugene Brown does the rest by going to the basket. And again, that's all set up by Eugene Brown. Aggressive move out to the perimeter. The defender has to respect that, and as a result, all of his attention is on the perimeter beyond the arc, and Eugene Brown does an excellent job of going back door and finishing the play. One of the things you always want to do in an offensive set is always move. And here's a situation where Kyle Young is posting up in the low left block, and you can see weak side, there's action between Justin Arns and Jamari Wheeler. And both defenders of Michigan they have to pay attention to the defender. In this particular case, they have to pay attention to the offensive players, I should say. And you have Justin Arns interacting or interchanging between he and Jamari Wheeler. And watch KY. He finds Jamari Wheeler at the top of the key beyond the arc and knocks down the three. But again, let's go back to the action away from the basketball. If you're standing still, you allow the defense to really play you effectively. But because you have that interchange between Justin Arns and Jamari Wheeler, it forces the defense to make a decision. There's a little bit of a hesitation, and that allows Jamari Wheeler to have excellent room to knock down that three-point shot. Now, two-man game at the top of the key, and it involves Jamari Wheeler and Kyle Young. Again, the defender is on Jamari Wheeler's right arm, and Jamari Wheeler is known for playing great defense, and anything that you get from him offensively is always a bonus. And in this particular case, Michigan doesn't want him to go right, The screen is set up on Jamari Wheeler's right side. And as you can see, Jamari Wheeler will reject the screen. And what that means is that he doesn't accept the screen and rub his man off of him. He rejects the screen, he goes to his left, but the play isn't finished there. Diabate for Michigan does a pretty decent job with his athleticism to get in front of Jamari Wheeler, but because of this excellent hesitation move that you'll see, he's able to kind of stun him right there, explodes to the basket and finish. But because of the athleticism of Jamari Wheeler, who's listed right around 6 foot, he's able to extend with the left hand and get the easy basket. All right, folks, that's our segment at Michigan. You know, it's always great to get a win with the team up north. Go Bucks.
This week's In Motion is presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio.
Thanks a lot, Ronnie. Coming up, more with Coach Holtman about Sunday's home game against Michigan and who the Buckeyes need to zero in on. That's coming up next when Inside Ohio State Athletics returns.
Community Outreach is presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center.
This summer, I went to the rec center to get back to some kids. The police were there, the fire department was there. It was, last year there was a lot of civil unrest, and just to have younger kids out, they watch the news too, and seeing like everything that happened last year. It was good to just to give back and play basketball with the kids, and and just show face and just give back.
In athletics, it takes commitment, hard work, dedication, and a devoted team that provides inspiration and guidance for success. For more than 50 years, individuals and families have entrusted Union Home Mortgage to lead them to home ownership. Whether buying a first house or refinancing your forever home, UHM delivers world-class service, personalized loans, and unwavering support. Achieve your dreams of home ownership. Get started today at UHM.com. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
I'm Sloan Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
Don't miss Logan AC and Heat Services free furnace promotion going on now. Get a free Train furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and a free UV light system or electronic air cleaner when you book your installation by the end of the month. Plus, take advantage of 0% APR financing for 60 months. It's hard to stop a Train, and installation takes just 1 day. Book your free estimate now. Fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
This portion of Inside Ohio State Athletics is presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center.
Welcome back to Inside Ohio State Athletics. The Buckeyes are looking for a season sweep of the Wolverines. There would be no better way to finish off the regular season. Here's Dom Taberry with head coach Chris Holtman.
All right, Coach, back at it. The Wolverines coming to town. You got them up there. The rematch is on.
Yeah, great road win for us up there. Really good team. Talented, well coached. Got a lot of really good players. Bottom line is we played really well up there. We'll need to play even better here, and that's the challenge for us.
Yeah, they've had some adversity up there with their head coach. He's not with them right now, but they seem to have a chip on their shoulder because of that. Plus, they're a desperate team. They're dangerous, aren't they?
They really are. They're talented. They're playing really well. Desperate's a good way of putting it. They're on the NCAA tournament bubble. I think. And again, they're a team that was picked at the top of the league at the beginning of the year. So they're a gifted, talented group, competitive, well coached.
Obviously, you look at your club, the injuries are the injuries. You hope you can get back to full strength for that game. But with that said, you want as fresh a legs as you can with your guys. And it's been a tough, February now into March. Is there anything you can do as the head coach to help that process, to help them get fresh legs back?
Yeah, we're really looking at that, Dom, and evaluating that. I think as much as anything for us, we've really tried to streamline practice, streamline meetings, tailor it down, focus on just the most important things because we've probably seen some slippage in practice in not being able to practice in some areas, but really tried to tailor to give our guys ample rest and recovery.
You know, the one good thing is you did have a deep bench this year. You played a lot of people. Next man up is that message now to the kids that they better be ready?
Yeah, we need our bench to perform, and they have for a lot of our wins this year. You know, they've really come in and given us a big step, whether that's been Gene or Cedric or Michi or a number of guys. So we really need that from guys. We're going to need guys like Joey Bronk and some of our big guys out to really step forward.
You know, the old saying goes, tough times don't last, tough people do. Adversity is part of life. Everybody, you know, these kids put all the work in, they want to win.
Yeah.
It's your livelihood, you want to win. What do you say to the kids about dealing with these tough times?
You know, I think people realize being in one of the best leagues in the country, it comes with it. We've had some great league wins. We've had a couple struggles here of late, and I think the main focus is on improving and getting better and preparing ourselves for the finish of the season and postseason play.
Buckeyes, Wolverines, who do you zero in on tomorrow?
Hunter Dickinson's really the focal point of what they do. He's a big 7'2" kid who can really make plays on both ends, defends around the rim, but can step out now and shoot threes. He's a tremendously talented big guy, but they've got a number of really good players. Their guard play is good and effective. Diabate is a big forward inside. So across the board, we're going to need to really play well. Brooks has given them a big lift.
Zero In is presented by Coca-Cola Zero. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar has more real Coca-Cola flavor, still without any sugar.
Coming up next, I sit down with Columbus native Malachi Branham after the break.
Hello, I'm Gene Smith, Senior Vice President and Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletic Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donatos, Huntington, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, and 10TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in the great state of Ohio through our Buckeyes Care initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag Buckeyes Care.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Nice.
Sweet.
Go big or go home.
What'd you say?
What's up?
Get a great deal on a legendary 4Runner or the best-selling Tacoma, like this new 22 Tacoma 4x2, now with 0% APR financing or $500 customer cash.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Don't miss Logan AC and Heat Services free furnace promotion going on now. Get a free Train furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and a free UV light system or electronic air cleaner when you book your installation by the end of the month. Plus, take advantage of 0% APR financing for 60 months. It's hard to stop a train, and installation takes just 1 day. Book your free estimate now. Fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
American Electric Power is a proud sponsor of Buckeyes Care.
I'm Pamela Busby with American Electric Power. AEP comes together with our communities to create a better future every day. Whether we serve, build, or simply share with others, we make Central Ohio brighter for our neighbors. Our collaboration with Buckeyes Care is one more way we work to make the future boundless for us all.
This portion of Inside Ohio State Athletics is presented by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Welcome back to Inside Ohio State Athletics. Malachi Branham is one of the most talented freshmen in the nation, but he's also following in the footsteps of one of the greatest players of all time.
Right corner, Branham guns the three. Branham got it.
Yeah, he's off to a tremendous start.
All right, Malachi, you're the big guy on campus as a freshman. We don't see guys come in and make impacts like this quickly. Did you expect to be this involved as a freshman?
Yeah, I did. I believe in my work, so I felt like, the work was going to show, and, it did in the second half of the season. So I'm just trying to help win games.
Yeah, you are the first Mr. Basketball to come out of St. Vincent St. Mary since tip of the tongue. Help me out.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. That was it. So you go to St. V's. I mean, is it hard playing in LeBron's shadow though? Because everyone compares everyone who was on the Irish to LeBron.
Yeah, to LeBron. Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely a high standard that you try to, be, with the best player in the world. So. It's definitely, it's crazy.
Bounces underneath where it's caught and dunked by Branham driving the right baseline.
You're playing in state championship games, then all of a sudden you come here. Could you tell a massive competition jump when you got to college? How fast was it where you were like, oh wow, it's better?
Yeah, so after the state championship game, it just kind of flew by. I was already in summer workouts and everything and jumping straight to it, so it definitely went by kind of fast. But it's been helping me out for sure.
We've seen you score some big games this year. Are you ever worried that as you're the new guy that you got to try to blend in? I mean, do you feel like you kind of got to ease your way into it? Because you don't want to come in and chuck it 25 times a game as a true freshman, right?
Yeah. My teammates, they tell me to shoot the ball, when I'm open. So, we have a great chemistry on the team. If I don't shoot a wide open shot, they tell me to shoot it. So, they're encouraging me to shoot the ball.
I mean, when you look at this team this year, I mean, how good do you think you guys can be come March? Because you got to be peaking.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we're going to be good. My goal is Sweet 16 and above. And I feel like we got a good team to accomplish that goal. So we just got to keep stacking good days in practice and, games.
Do you have someone on the team who kind of gives you advice, an older guy who helps you out? Because it's hard when you come.
All the captains, like EJ, Jamari, KY, they always tell me, just keep going. Like, you're going to be good. Like, I kind of struggle with the same stuff you're struggling with a little bit in practice. This was kind of like earlier in the season. But yeah, they still talk to me and, just guide me through the season and make sure, taking care of my body and all that.
Did you ever give Kyle Young grief for how old he is? Like, was he your favorite player growing up? I mean, he's like 38 years old and you're a true freshman, right?
I remember, I definitely cracked a little jokes on him, that he's been in college for a minute. But, I'm definitely glad to be a part of this team and also, being his teammate. He showed me some good things.
Do you think this is a Final Four caliber team this year?
I think so. I feel like we can beat any team in the country. If we actually playing hard like we did a couple games, we just gotta go out there and do it. We kind of struggle sometimes, but in practice, just getting better. I feel like we're gonna keep getting better and we're gonna keep just building the team chemistry that we already have even better. So we're gonna be pretty good. We just gotta keep working.
Coming up next, we'll check in with head coach Kevin McGuff and the Ohio State women's basketball team. Stay with us.
I need to try it first.
Building a legacy of excellence takes time, hard work, and determination. It requires going above and beyond the expected and stepping up to any challenge.
At Elk & Elk, we take great pride in putting our clients' needs first, providing the best legal talent, and investing in our community. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO to choose injury lawyers who will work hard and fight to protect your rights.
Elk & Elk, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
I'm Jessica Fantuzzi, and I'm a graduate of The Ohio State University.
My name is Daniel Lausecker, and I'm a graduate of Ohio State University.
I'm Taylor Schilling, a graduate of The Ohio State University, and
I'm proud to be an Ohio egg farmer.
Just like football players work hard on the field, Ohio egg farmers work every day to provide excellent care to our hens
so that we can provide safe, high-quality eggs for your families.
It's a responsibility that we take seriously. Go Buckeyes!
Kroger is a proud sponsor of Buckeyes Care.
Hi, I'm Dana Zerker, president of the Kroger Columbus Division. Being a Buckeye means community and coming together to help our neighbors. Kroger is feeding the human spirit through our Zero Hunger, Zero Waste plan to end hunger in local communities and eliminate waste across our company by 2025. Join us, Buckeye Nation, and help make Ohio a zero hunger state by rounding up at registers in our local Kroger stores. Together, we can end hunger.
At the James at Ohio State, we know cancer is a complex disease that when detected early has more opportunities for treatment and cure. The James Cancer Diagnostic Center provides patients who may have cancer with direct access to diagnostic testing, offering a first step in determining a patient's specific type of cancer, delivered by the experts who study and treat cancer every day. If you think you have cancer, visit cancer.osu.edu/diagnostic center.
Wow, this new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? No! Yes! No! Yes! No! Yes!
Okay, I'm gonna try first. Yes! I need to try it first.
The week ahead is presented by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Welcome back to Inside Ohio State Athletics. Time now for our weekly update on the OSU women's basketball team. Here's Dom Tiberi with their head coach, Kevin McGuff.
Coach, you knock off Michigan State, earn a share of the Big Ten title, and you're talking about a club last year. I know there was frustration, and boom, how proud are you, these guys?
Yeah, couldn't be more proud of our kids. And just if you look at where we were at the beginning of the season, and then we suffer a devastating injury with Madison Green going down. But just where we were at that moment to where we are now, we've made so much progress, and it's a real testament to just the competitive character of our players, the leadership of our seniors and captains, and we've made a lot of progress. And it's easy to say that's always the goal, but it's much harder to do, to really keep these kids focused and for them to show up every day and commit to getting better. But they've done that. You know,
you've been doing this a while, and you've had some great teams. But just the way I know you, it seems like this one's going to be special for you.
This is really special because we've had a lot of adversity, and then obviously, last year we had a postseason ban. The year before that, the postseason got canceled because of COVID. So just the resiliency of the kids in our program to continue to fight and to continue to get better. The leadership we've gotten out of Braxton Miller, Tanea Beecham as seniors has been extraordinary. And so just really proud of our kids for sticking with it and putting us in position to win a Big Ten championship.
And certainly not that you're an old guy, but they've made you a young guy, because I mean, you really have gotten into that whole chain deal. I mean, these guys have made you young, haven't they?
The dub chain, the kids love it. They even got me dancing after the Big Ten championship, or after we found out we won the Big Ten championship. So yeah, they brought a little bit of youth back to me, and I probably needed it.
Thanks so much to Coach McGuff and Dom. That's going to do it for us on this week's show. We'll see you next week for another edition of Inside Ohio State Athletics. Enjoy your weekend.
Inside Ohio State Athletics is brought to you by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, AEP Energy, Kroger, the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the American Dairy Association Mideast, and the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, Arthur G. James Cancer Hospital, and Richard J. Solab Research Institute.
Don't miss Logan AC and Heat Services free furnace promotion going on now. Get a free Train furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and a free UV light system or electronic air cleaner when you book your installation by the end of the month. Plus, take advantage of 0% APR financing for 60 months. It's hard to stop a Train, and installation takes just 1 day. Book your free estimate now. Fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
With the Giant Eagle app, shopping happens anywhere, wearing almost anything. Because even when it's cold outside, you can stay warm. Our personal shoppers will hand select our freshest foods for curbside pickup or delivery to your door. From hearty hand-cut meats to quality produce and freshly baked breads. Cook up those comfort foods while staying cozy with Giant Eagle.
Hey Buckeye fans, AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to power up and carbon down. Help bring 100% renewable energy to the homes and businesses of your community by enrolling in our Eco Advantage plan today. Together we can reduce our carbon footprint and supply clean energy for a brighter future. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of the utility.
Look around. Listen. There are a lot of tough questions. Questions about people and technology, about how we interact with our world and with each other. At Ohio State, we champion people and their potential to answer these tough questions. Like, how do we help people move? And how do we move people to advance innovations that create vibrant futures? Because here, anything, everything is possible.
Your Doppler 10 weather team, only on 10 TV.